Shakur Stevenson, free agent in 2024. Let's see.
Push the weight enough flex alive is one in the six. Fit the runner, boy, you nigga, no question. You would run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm an 88 pack nigga. I'm an 88 pack nigga. I mean, day walker, drink blood, trains out, full moon, motherfucker change like a hoe, nigga. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Drew Titan Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. Well, Shakur. This kid. He's hinting at becoming a promotional free agent in 2024. That sounds great. Is he trying to be like Devin? Y'all want to play that game or not? You know, y'all like saying that Devin Haney's trying to be like this one and that one. But in all seriousness, it sounds good. Becoming a promotional free agent. You know, that means you have the freedom to do what you want, when you want, how you want, with whom you want, for as long as you want. And right now, when you work with one company, that's the external thing that dictates what you do. So becoming a promotional free agent, what does that do for him? What are the pros and cons for him? What does that mean? What does that mean when you become a promotional free agent? Well, all you got to do is look at Devin Haney. And the reason why I keep bringing up Devin Haney's name is because he is the standard at this point. It's funny how things change. What a difference a year makes, right? You know, Devin, you know, was clowned. His income was clowned, which was not true. Y'all, a lot of you haters just weren't educated. When he had signed with the Zone or Matchroom or Top Rank, bottom line is, not only did he get what he wanted, he got what was available to him, and he also got what he wanted. But he walked away undisputed champion at 135, and that happened under whose watch? The guy that y'all said was the man, Gervonta Tank Davis. And it's interesting because you Tank fans said that the belts don't matter. Whatever Tank says what Floyd says, belts don't matter, they collect dust. And then y'all saying, yeah, belts don't matter, they collect dust. Okay. So since belts don't matter, Devin said, I'll just come along and collect those. He won it in Australia, defended it in Australia, came back, beat Vasily Lomachenko. He says, you know what? I'm done with 135. I'm good. Belts don't matter, and Devin ain't the goods, according to the Tank fans and some of the Shakur fans, but magically you allowed him to make all of that motion at 135, and y'all did nothing about it. Y'all didn't do anything about it. And remember, Tank is the A-side on everything, right? But I really don't want to hear that, because before belts were involved, that was one of the fights you could have made. Think about what Tank didn't do. Stop worrying about what Devin did, because he did it already and he's gone. But Devin was there the whole time. You didn't see value in Devin. That's fine. But the result is you can't say that you was undisputed. Devin can. And he's now a champion, one division north of you. And then you look at the resume. Not only does Devin have a better resume than Tank Davis, but he has a better resume than Shakur, of course. And Lomachenko has a better resume than Tank. And everybody has a better resume than Tank than Shakur. Because Shakur hasn't had that blockbuster fight yet at 135. Still waiting on that. In 135, everyone should be active, but they're not. Tank is legit holding up the division. Now he got an ankle bracelet. He can't leave the house. one of his trainers has a legal issue, and I'm not making fun of it. I'm just saying, man, what next? Now he's asking for 2 Ferraris. We don't know what's going on. Now, what does this have to do with Shakur being or flirting with the idea of being a free agent? Well, I'll tell you. You see all that freedom that Devin had that I just spoke about? Because you turn around, what Devin has is undisputed. Well, this is what he has to show for it at 135. Undisputed and an excellent resume. And nobody was holding him up. So if Shakur can do the same thing, is he capable? Can he become undisputed at 135? Okay, let's say belts don't matter. Can you at least get your resume up? Because I see you're WBC champion, but Vasily Lomachenko is ranked number 1. You don't have a mandatory to my knowledge. What are you trying to do? You should be trying to unify with the WBA champion, email champion, Gervonta Tank Davis. You're not even saying his name. Shakur, I threw you the alley-oop. Salute to Marco Boxing. Coach Cal is quoted on Marco Boxing stating he's not comfortable putting Tank in the ring with you because he's fearful of poor judging. And I quote, why would we put him in there when he won't stand there and let us do what we do? At least try and entertain. That's what he said about you, Shakur. Look it up. In other words, they don't want no smoke because you're not going to stand in front of Tank and let him hit you. So what are you going to do, Shakur? Are you saying that you're restricted by the people in charge of your career? That's a good thing. That's a good thing. So if you're serious about being an unrestricted, you want to be promotional free. All right? You don't want to deal with it. You want to be a promotional free agent. That is great. It said you was on your social media with eye emojis. Now, I don't know what that means. You kids talk a lot. But if you become a promotional free agent, does that mean you can negotiate on your own with the people around you? Does that mean we can get a Lomachenko fight? Does that mean we can get an Isaac Cruz fight? Does that mean we can get a Frank Martin fight? Does that mean without the shackles on your wrist and your ankles, you can pursue Tank Davis? Have you been quiet all this time because that's what you and the people close to you are considering? If that's the case, that's a great thing. Because here's where my bias comes in. Let me give you the rundown. In my mind, I believe that the powers that be in boxing, these 4 sanctioning bodies, are setting up for a new undisputed champion at 135, and that person will be Vasily Lomachenko. This is going to be the biggest makeup call in the history of man. He couldn't get it done against Devin Haney, and they felt sad for it. How do they rip Devin Haney for doing his job? I don't know. Blame the judges, but they saw what I saw. Vasily did not win that fight. With that being said, this is going to be the biggest makeup call in the history of boxing. Vasily's going to Australia to fight George Kambosos. I think he beats George Kambosos. All right? Which he'll collect the vacant IBF title. Vasily's ranked number 1 in the WBO, but the champion is vacant. Ranked number 2 is Denis Berinchyk. They could make that fight if they want to make him fight twice this year. But I think if they want to make him fight twice this year, and I'm talking about the powers that be, and I could be wrong. This is just me thinking. I think they would rather have Vasily Lomachenko fight for 2 titles that are meaningful. If they're going to make him fight twice in 2024. In which I think the WBO is whatever Bob orders at Top Rank. Rather than have him fight Denis Berinchyk, who's ranked at number 2. I believe that they're just going to email Vasily Lomachenko the WBO strap. So he'll be unified. I'm not saying this is going to happen. I'm just saying this is me thinking. This is a possibility. Because Vasily's older now. There's 12 months in a year. We're already in January. He's fighting Lomachenko. Vasily's fighting Kambosos in spring. So he's not fighting 3 times. I think the WBO belt probably will be gifted to him. So he'll be unified. And then he's going to look to his left and see Shakur and Tank Davis standing there. Tank Davis could have took care of Lomachenko 4 years ago. He ducked him. Bottom line, that happened. I played the video. Floyd Mayweather said that. He said this ain't a duck, but Vasili's old. He got to fight X amount of times. And then he went right in on talking about the money that Tank Davis is going to make. I said, man, bump all of that, man. Bump all of that. Somebody take care of Vasily Lomachenko. Listen, Tank fans, y'all supposed to take care of Lomachenko 5 years ago. You didn't do it. He's still here. You can't even thank Devin Haney for giving him another L. Devin Haney's at 140 now. Lomachenko is your problem. And if Tank Davis does not fight Lomachenko, it's a duck. Don't talk to me about belts because he's a WBA champion. And Vasily's going to come for that title. The last man standing might be Shakur. So I'm asking you, because I have zero faith in the Tank fans at this point. I have zero faith in who's directing Tank. Well, I'm not concerned about the Tank fans. They're weird to me. But the people directing Tank, telling him belts don't matter and you ain't got to do this and you're the A side. Fine, go ahead and duck Vasily Lomachenko. But if you're gonna duck him, just go to 140. And I want everybody to go to Tank Davis and say, yo, you ran the 140 away from Vasily Lomachenko because Devin fought this guy. Vasily ran from Devin, but while he was running, he was chasing Tank. So go on and dump that belt and go to 140 and get it out the way. But Shakur will be the last person standing. And I suspect it'll come down, because by the way, Shakur's a champion at WBC. Who's ranked number 1? Lomachenko. I think Undisputed will come down to Shakur versus Vasily Lomachenko. I ain't got no problem with that. Lightweight? Can Shakur avoid the drama in the politics of boxing by becoming a promotional free agent in 2024? This isn't hatred. This is a bit of concern because you know how I feel about Lomachenko. He's a good fighter, but the red carpet is rolled out for that dude. He doesn't need my help and support. It's already there in his skin tone. So when it falls on Shakur, what's going to happen? And I think it'll be beneficial if he becomes a promotional free agent, because then we could see what he really wants. This ain't hate. I'm not trolling. This isn't coming from a place of emotion. What is this kid gonna do? Becoming a free agent? Yeah, good look. I'm for it. But what he decides to do is up to him. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Bronx on deck. Move!